How's it going, guys? This is Junk Genius. I'm showing my face this time. My given name is Clarence. Some people call me Clay. Some people call me Clancy. Some people call me things I don't want to mention. But anyways, what I'm going to do is, because I'm driving, I'm going to put this up on my dash. And you can watch the scenery. I'm driving to a friend's house to look at a Mercedes. I don't need a Mercedes. Do I want a Mercedes? Probably. But anyways, this is an old friend of mine, Mick, and we used to work together selling cars, and you know, we kind of do the same thing. And he's a realtor, and I'm a junk genius. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. I don't know if you watched my YouTube video, the one I had about the kid that I ran out of gas. And I kind of had this plan that I was going to run out of gas, act like I ran out of gas. Well, I actually ran out of gas. And the funny thing was, I had a gas can in the back of my car. And the reason I didn't get gas is because somebody had given me a beer keg and a beer tap. And I don't really drink much anymore. I have one once in a while, but I don't really drink. And I'm like, I don't need this. And all I want to do is take back the keg and get my deposit back. And anyways, this is quite the adventure. That beer keg, I actually pumped the tap up and hung it out the window of my car and drove around for about 3 hours, and I could not empty that thing out. So anyways, I had a little adventure with my car. Some people took it for a ride and they shouldn't have, and did some damage to it. And well, the funny thing is, half the beer leaked all over my seat, so my car smells like weed. It looks like somebody rummaged through all my stuff, and you know, whatever. I recovered the car. I actually told a few people about what had happened, and they kind of put the word out, and my car kind of showed up on a gravel road very close to where we keep our cars. So I thought that was kind of odd. And the funny story is, I sold this car to a friend of mine, and then I don't know what happened, but he had a little temper tantrum and was mad, and he wanted his money back, and he wanted more than what we agreed to. And anyways, it was just one of those deals you shouldn't, you know, I gave up on selling cars to friends. I'm not going to do it anymore. I said it before, you know, I like strangers better than I like my friends. And that's kind of sad to say, but you have nothing against a stranger when you meet them because you don't know them. But anyways, what I like to talk about is my channel. What I want to do, you know, they have these other shows. I don't want to mention names, but there's these shows where people drive around and they find stuff. Well, I've been doing this since I was 4 years old. So I've been doing this a long time. I worked at a moving company when I was younger, and I used to, you know, we'd load the truck and there'd be a few things left at the back of the truck. There wouldn't be room for it, and the people would say, just take it. And I wasn't smart enough at that time to take everything. You know, they'd just leave it there and people would take it. But anyways, what I do is I drive around, I find things, I recycle them, and if I find things, the weird thing is, the strange thing is, I find what I think about, and I don't understand it. Like the other day I had a flat tire. I was in Wallaceburg, and I drove through my old building just to see if it was still there, and I think I left a boat there once. I was seeing if it was still kicking around. Anyways, I drive through the parking lot, come back out, turn down the road. I got a flat tire. I look down. They have spring cleanup there where everybody puts their recycled stuff outside, and I saw 2 tires sitting there. So I pull over, and I go, no way. I look at it, and it's the same size tire on the same rim for my car. And I'm like, there's no way this can happen. I've had so many strange things happen lately. Like I was at a friend's house a couple weeks ago, and he cooked steaks and at his shop, and we had a pretty good time. And for whatever reason, I fried his battery charger accidentally. I plugged it into a lithium battery and cooked it. Anyways, he was mad. Well, it's funny because today I'm driving around doing my junk genius stuff, and I find a freaking battery charger, the same one. So I'm on my way now to drop this off for him. I'm going to clean it up a bit. I'm going to put new ends on it. It's funny because I got about 10 sets of cables, and I bought some new cables today, so I'm going to take the ends off of those, and I'm going to put them on this charger for him, and I'm going to bring it to him. He'll be pretty excited. He probably thinks I ditched on him, but... And I've had this weird week, you know, things happen. My car got all racked up. I got soaking wet, and I spent the night at the truck stop in Woodstock, and these stories are so unbelievable. But somebody says to me once, a lot of things happen to you. And I said, well, I do a lot of things and I see a lot of people. So the likelihood of more things happening to people that don't, you know, you can sit on your couch at home and eat your tiddlywinks and eat your bonbons and eat your burgers and order pizza, but I drive around and I do stuff every day and I live my life. Some people don't understand my life. Some people ask me when I'm going to get a job. This is my job. This is my life. If you have a talent and you enjoy it, that's what you should do. It's been quite the week, and I'm trying to stay positive. I'm on my way to Chatham to pick up my awesome motorcycle that I got. I got a 86 Yamaha FZ 600. I'm going to be posting a video about that as soon as I get it. Kind of like the before and after. I've already cleaned up all the plastic on it. It needed a couple like minor plastic repairs, but I have all the original side covers, and the bike is stock. It's got 56,000 kilometers, which would be about, I don't know, 34,000 miles maybe. So this bike's going to be coming up for sale, and I'm going to be posting some stuff that I have. I've been trying to sell stuff to people by like them calling me and showing up, and it just doesn't work. You know, I've had people, they get mad at you, and I got people show up where a shop is, and so I decided now I'm going to hire some people to do my driving for me. So if anybody is looking for some work, what I'm going to do is, it doesn't matter where you live. You could live in Texas, you could live in Peru, I don't care. If you find things for sale and you can sell them to me and make a profit from them, just tell me what it is, and I'll say, and send me a picture. Or if you don't have a camera, well, if you have a computer, you obviously have a camera. Well, I'm gonna pass this really wild looking machine. Sorry. So anyways, I found today a reptile aquarium, and I am going to probably get a reptile for my store. I've actually rented a couple spots. I'm the kind of person that goes all in or nothing, and I do it right away. And I've had a couple other stores. You know, I wasn't. Sometimes you're not ready in life to I don't know, settle down. And I've had some experiences with people that probably weren't the way I wanted them to turn out. I've changed my attitude and the way I live, and I just live. And people say, you got to get some sleep. And I'm like, you know what? I can't. I got to deliver this at 8 in the morning. I slept in my car last night. It's kind of funny because I was so lazy and tired from my 3-day crazy adventure that I reclined my seat for 5 minutes, and I tried to I went outside to have a pee. I come back and I had to climb in through the other side again because the vandals that wrecked my car ripped the door handle off. So I cannot get in my car. And occasionally my alarm will go off. You'll hear it. It'll be like this really shrill beep. It's pretty awesome, but I'm glad I've got a good stereo in here. Anyways, I'm on my way to my friend's house, Mick, and we're going to look at a Mercedes, and there might be some luxury cars there too. I'm going to ask him permission. I'm not going to use his last name. He's a realtor in London. His name's Mick. You can figure it out. Yeah, we've known each other for a long time, and it's funny because it's kind of full circle. He gave me a boat last year, and I never picked it up. I didn't have a trailer. And now I have like 11 boats. They're not all mine, they're consignment things, but I have 11 boats, and it's weird because a year ago I had one car that I bought off the front lawn in the pouring down rain, and over 6 months I fixed it up myself, and I drove it for a while, and it just wasn't practical in the snow. It was an Infiniti G35. If you look at my old videos, you'll see like some crazy videos of me driving fast. They were on a closed track, by the way. It wasn't on a highway. I don't want to incriminate myself. But anyways, I'm going to let you guys go for now. I'm going to set my video up for this, for Mick's house, and go from there. I'll see you guys in a bit. You'll see it next time I come on. You'll just hear my voice, and it won't be. You won't see my face anymore. Poor you guys. I've had a rough week. I feel like I got beat up. I feel like I'm bruised and abused. I had a wrestling match with a guy that I bought a boat from. He was gonna kill me because I got the boat running 5 minutes after I bought it from him. He was mad. He's like, I want my money back. I'm gonna give you your money back. I'm taking my boat. I said, no, you're not. And he'd already spent half the money, which is the funny part. He didn't have the money. He wanted to make payments on a boat I just paid him cash for. But anyways, I'm gonna come back on. I'm just gonna put some music on in the background. I don't have any rights to this music, so if somebody calls infringement on me, I'm not making any money from the music. It's kind of like some bluesy jazz kind of mellow music. Kind of nice drive music. I've had a hectic week. I'm going to look at a shop tomorrow. It's pretty cool. It's like probably 24 feet high, the ceilings. It has a mezzanine to put stuff in, has a little office. I'm going to put a hoist in. My friend Pedro is one of the best body men around. He's going to come give me a hand. And I'd really liked another friend of mine, Terry Shaw. He's like a excellent airbrusher. He did my son's hockey helmet like probably 15 years ago. I think Ryan was 10. Ryan still has a helmet, actually. I'll get him to post a picture of it. But he did, Ryan and I kind of came up with the idea together. His goalie number was 1. So my idea was to take the back plate that goes in the back of your head, re-stitch it so that the bands were behind the fiberglass, and then you had to surface the paint on it. And then we did a ace of spades with a skull, like a skeleton hand holding it. That was my idea. And then Ryan wanted a evil Joker, like a skull Joker, and that's what he did. He made a skull, and he had like staples in it. And I have a picture of it somewhere, and Ryan still has it. He kind of keeps it in his man cave. But anyways, I gotta go. I've had a hectic week. I'm gonna go look at a Mercedes, and maybe the next video will be driving in my Mercedes. Anyways, and also I bought a 98 Cadillac DeVille from this senior citizen today, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's like candy apple red. I call it like black cherry, and it's such a nice car. He couldn't get it going. I drove by, saw the for sale sign. I like the rims on it. Like, they're really nice aftermarket rims. So I stopped, and I talked out the window, and he told me how much he wanted for it. I'm like, turn around, come back. I look at the car. He told me what was wrong with it. The battery went dead. The security was going off, and I figured out how to do that over time. I've had some issues with some Chevy vehicles, and I figured out how to do it, and he was surprised. I left for a bit, came back, brought a battery, brought some gasoline, cleaned the terminals, put it together, took the battery out of my car that was fully charged, and it fired right up. This thing's got that North Star V8 in it. It's got 220K on it, which would be 140 some odd thousand miles. I remember seeing that on the odometer. I don't quote me exact, but and also I'm looking for vehicles. Like I'm looking for old trucks, old cars, old bikes. I am not one of those TV shows. My channel's going to be more about the interaction with people and not the actual deal. You'll never see me handing money to somebody, and you'll never see me doing the trades. That's personal between the people who make the deal and the people who hand the money over, because that's a problem too. If I buy something for $100 and you watch the show 6 months later and you paid $600 for it, you're gonna have a bad taste in your mouth. So the smartest thing about business, everybody knows when people buy products and items that they put a markup on it. That's how they make money. Everybody does it. Loblaws, McDonald's, buy bulk, split it up and make money. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I have no idea how I figured out about business. I learned, because when I was younger, I was a little bit of a, I don't like the word hustler, but I was probably a little bit of a hustler. And I learned how to make things out of other things. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get off this for a bit. I'm trying to find a place, and I think I drove about 10 miles past, so I will be back with you in a bit.